Ish, are you familiar with the Punjabi language?
थोड़ी बहुत ही बोल पैंदा
Khan, Kapil Dev, Richard Headley, Ian Botham. What is the pick of IshSodhi? To face Shoaib Akhtar or a Brett Lee, whom you will avoid?
Do I have to face them? Okay. I think maybe Brett Lee because Shoaib Akhtar was massive, so he looked a bit scarier.
Welcome to another episode of Match Point, and always with me, Dr. Adnan with me, and we have brought a very special guest today. So, Dr. Adnan, who is this guest today?
Yeah, Dilnashin, thank you so much. So, what? The today's star, he is from the team whom you love most of all. This is the team which was the most wanted team in the current Cricket World Cup. We will also talk about the team and we will ask about the ambitions, what happened and what's going to happen next after these T20 games. But this superstar, he belongs from New Zealand, one of the Kiwis and one of the proud Kiwis. And when he was born, very special days, he was born 6 months after the victory of the Pakistan's prestigious World Cup when Pakistan beat New Zealand, the game chasers, and they were the winner team, one of the Hall of the Fames, Morton Crow, rest in peace, Mark Greatbatch. What an enormous run for the New Zealand in that World Cup. So this gentleman was born right after that World Cup. And since that World Cup, New Zealand was in the same rhythm. As I told you in the previous games, #92 में भी ऐसा ही हुआ था, लेकिन एंड में ऐसा नहीं हुआ, बट सब चीज़ें जो है वो 92 में ऐसा ही हुआ था. Anyhow, coming to this superstar, he has reached the number 1 ranking in the T20s in the bowler rankings in January 2018, and there was a unique moment when the Colin Munro in 2018 at the same time from the New Zealand reaching the highest level as a batsman, and he was reaching at the highest level in the bowlers. And this happened only one time before when Daniel Vittori and Brandon McCullum did this back in the 2008 and 2009. He plays from Adelaide Strikers, Jamaica Tarawas, Rajasthan Royals, and currently with us he is playing with the Brampton Wolves, a brand new franchise. We are having with us Inderbir Singh, whom you know, not with this name, with the IshSodhi. Hello Ish, how are you?
Hello, lovely to meet you.
Yeah,
Hi.
same is here. Ish, how is the weather? How is the Canada? And just tell us about your feeling after reaching Canada.
Yeah, it's been fantastic to be in Canada. To be playing cricket in Canada is very unique. There's not too many countries that play the game of cricket, and for it to come to Canada and be played in such a fantastic manner. The biggest thing that I've noticed is the huge Punjabi population in Brampton. They've been very quick to claim me as one of their own, but I'm more than happy to do that. So playing for the Brampton Wolves may as well be the Punjabi Wolves.
Okay, so how?
And when IshSodhi is telling about the 270 plus, so obviously something is gonna hit, especially Brampton. What was that? That was Gale Storm. We will come later on in the other episode about the Gale Storm, what happened in the Brampton, how we saw this. But coming back to the IshSodhi, he has, as he is well aware of the Punjabi culture and the rich Punjabi phenomena and the Brampton. Ish, are you familiar with the Punjabi language?
थोड़ी बहुत ही बोल पैंदा Yeah, look, my Punjabi is reasonably it's not overly fluent, but all my life, I've grown up in New Zealand, but my mum and dad always spoke Punjabi at home. So yeah, like I'm reasonably confident speaking Punjabi. Like if you made me do it in front of the camera, I'd probably be a little bit shy. Well, I knew that was coming.
We just want IshSodhi to say in the Punjabi that why they lost in the World Cup final and what were the feelings.
Yeah.
ਅਸੀਂ ਹਾਰ ਗਏ ਯਾਰ ਇਹ ਸਕੋਰ ਕਾਰਡ ਤੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਹਾਰ ਗਏ ਨਾ ਪਰ ਸਕੋਰ ਸੇਮ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਹਨਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਵੀ but we got more wickets. This is the thing, we got more wickets. It is hard. It's been hard to digest all of that. The last couple of weeks we've had some really tough times as well. I found myself in my room feeling quite upset at times. Sharing that with your family and friends and your wives and your girlfriends and stuff. I think it's something that I think will last with us for a long time. Feels like we left a part of us at Lords that day. But it's been nice to have a bit of a distraction, come to a new tournament, completely new scale, you know, a new 4-year cycle is starting now. The next World Cup is in India in 2023, so there's things to look forward to, but I don't think I'll ever forget that day.
And with the IshSodhi having about 39 wickets in as many as ODIs, but unfortunately IshSodhi, you were the part of the World Cup, but you were not having a chance of that much playing in this World Cup. What do you believe, as your coach was also in the regret, the game against Pakistan, which put New Zealand on the halt, just like 1992. Hashtag 92 में भी ऐसा हुआ था, just as I was kidding. So Gary also told that it was a big mistake in reading the pitch, the spin and the seam. And what do you think if IshSodhi would have been there in the game against Pakistan on the Edgbaston, and New Zealand would have been where you were seeing after that match, if you would have been in that match?
You know, cricket's a really funny game. You don't know what the wicket's going to do until you've bowled a ball on the wicket, you know, and you can't unfortunately bowl a ball on the pitch before the game starts. So the coaches and the selectors picked the side that they thought was the best for that surface, and it did behave differently to what they expected it to behave. I'm sure if they knew it was going to spin that much, they would probably go for the second spinner. But in hindsight, it's a great thing, you know. It's easy to look back and say this could have been better or this could have been better or something like that. But we still took them really far down to the wire. I remember it took a fantastic innings by Babar Azam and Haris Sohail, who's been, I think, under the radar, one of the best players in international cricket that I've seen play for a long time. And you know, it took them to the wire. They won the game in the last over. It could have easily gone the other way as well if we had 1 or 2 tight overs towards the back end. But at the end of the day, we reached the semi-final. We played a fantastic game against India. We beat them. Yeah, it was a great performance, especially by our seam bowlers. And to get to the final and then play another final, which was an over long, you know, I think as a whole it's hard not to be very proud of the campaign, but it's also with a heavy heart that I say we missed out on something that could have been, you know, a lot more special. And I think at the end of the day, it's the first time in my cricket career I can probably say that we were just a little bit unlucky.
So this is it from the match point. IshSodhi was it, and we were having the player, lot of fans, you would have been enjoying. It was a high demand that when IshSodhi will be in the match point. So finally he is on the match point. Keep watching us officially on next superstar, who knows from which team, but we will be right back to you. Keep watching match point. Till then, take care and bye bye.